It sounds great when you talk about the change happening, when you talk about what you imagine you would feel like when you've actually done what you have set out to do. But what we have to do first is break down exactly how you're going to get there. We have to break those things down into baby steps. Hey there, beautiful people. Welcome to Psychology Pop. Today, I want to talk to you about what to do when you are setting goals. You have a goal that you want to meet, but you know yourself and you know that when you try to reach goals in the past or accomplish something that maybe you haven't fully followed through with it.
We interrupt this special program for a message brought to you by Psychology Pop.
What I'm providing to you today is for information, education, inspiration, and hopefully we'll have a dose of fun. It is not meant to be a replacement for therapy. If you feel like you need a therapist, please go down into the description box for this video, and I provided some resources for you to find and be able to reach out to a therapist. All right, let's get on with the rest of this video.
Now let's get back to our regularly scheduled program.
Setting goals, you have a goal that you want to meet. This is something that I often work with clients on, and it's not just goals we work on. Even when the clients want to make changes in their life, we have to break those things down into baby steps. It sounds great when you talk about the change happening, when you talk about what you imagine you would feel like when you've actually done what you have set out to do. But what we have to do first is break down exactly how you're going to get there. So that includes changes in your life, goals you want to meet, something you want to accomplish. You still have to break it down into baby steps because it's those little bitty steps that get you to the bigger goal, that get you to the bigger thing that you want to accomplish, even when that's a change in your life. Now today, I'm going to talk to you about what I do with people to create what we clinically call objectives and interventions. An objective is where you make what you want to accomplish measurable. And believe it or not, we can do this even when we want to change how we feel. We can define exactly how we want to feel when we imagine what life would be like for us on the other side of meeting that goal. I'm going to use concrete examples. I'm going to use some examples that are a little bit simpler, but know that you can apply this same technique, the same strategy to all types of goals that you want to meet. Breaking it down into very small steps, and specifically steps that fit how you function, that fit naturally into your day-to-day life. Well, a lot of people have a goal of saving money. Let's just say you want to save $1,500 this year. You want to know that you have an additional $1,500 just sitting in your savings account. For some people that may seem like a little bit of money, but that's not the point. I want to use something that seems doable to most people. If you want to take this strategy and see how you can apply it to a bigger savings goal or even a smaller one, just pay attention to the way I'm going to break down the steps. You want to save $1,500 by the end of the year. Now, what may work for you is to save a little bit every week. You want to save a little bit every week. That for you is going to be better than saving it every 2 weeks or when you get paid on the 1st and the 15th or saving it once a month. For you, you know that it would be much better for the way you function if you just make sure you save it every week. The other side of that is by saving it more frequently, you actually can see the results of your efforts, which is kind of nice. All right, so you're going to save every week and you want to reach the goal of saving $1,500. When you take $1,500 and divide it by 52 weeks, or if you take 52 weeks and divide it by a certain number. Let's say I want to focus more on a certain number every week. I know that I can save $30 every week. By saving $30 every week, by the end of the year, you will have $1,560 just by saving $30 every week. Remember what I said before, you can save less if your goal is not quite $1,500, or if you want to go bigger, then you will save more. This example is to just help you understand and to make it clear. Now, let's look at how you're going to save $30 every week. Are you going to have that money going into a certain type of account? Which account is it going to be? How are you going to put that money into the account? Are you going to have a separate account that you transfer that money into every week? How are you going to make that transfer? Are you going to sit down every week between Friday and Monday and manually transfer $30 from one account to the account that you want the $1,500 to be in by the end of the year? Or are you going to set up an automatic savings? You have an automatic transfer going from one account to another account every week, and you don't have to think about it. So when you're thinking about saving $1,500, don't just say, I'm going to save $1,500 and not have a plan for exactly how you're going to make that happen. Have a plan for exactly how you're going to make that happen. Make the steps into small steps that naturally fit how you function, something that you know you can do without a lot of effort and without too much stress. And that's why I also said, don't get caught up on that number. Do what you know you're going to be able to do with the least amount of pain, discomfort, and stress. I'll give you a little added bonus. A lot of times when I talk to people who say they want to do something like save $1,500, maybe we're working in therapy about how finances have been a big stressor for them, and they come up with that as a goal. We might also add the additional strategy, baby step, of putting that $30 into the type of account where it's difficult to access it. You have access to it, but it may take 3 to 5 days to actually withdraw the money. That will force you to keep it in that account and not be tempted to pull it out when you see that you've saved $250. Now, if you need it, you know you can access because it's your money that you earned and you put it in there. But just having that additional limitation of knowing that I can't easily access it will likely be even more helpful to you in meeting the goal of having $1,500 in that account by the end of the year. I'm going to use another example that's not money related. You've heard me talk about going to the gym on other videos related to goals and resolutions and accomplishments. I'm going to talk about it again right now because a lot of people have that as a goal. You've got your gym membership. That was the easy part. Now you got to figure out how you're going to actually get there. And you really hadn't thought about that. You just got caught up in the idea of, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to get in shape. I'm going to feel better, lose weight, function better, all of those things. But you hadn't quite thought of the little bitty steps that you're going to have to take to actually make that happen. Have you thought about your route for how you're going to get to the gym? Are you going after work? And what route are you going to take? Are you going from home? I know that seems obvious, but realize a lot of times people stress about just the commute of getting from work to the gym, which is a lot of times why people try to find a gym closer to their house or closer to their place of work. Now you've got some specific strategies for how you're going to commute to the gym, even if it's only 5 minutes from your house. You know how you're going to get there. What about your workout gear? Aren't you going to have that on? Probably. Consider how you're going to manage being sure that you have workout gear ready so that when it's time for you to head to the gym, it's not a lot of stress to think about what you're going to do because you've already put some strategies in place. Are you going to have a drawer at your house where you keep all your workout gear so that you know exactly where to go to pull it out because you probably have a really busy morning or a busy evening getting yourself ready for the next day? Know exactly where you're going to go in your house to get your workout gear. Now you know where to go and get your workout gear. There's not a lot of stress of going and looking for it all over the place because you know exactly where it is. How are you going to have it with you? Are you going to put it in a bag every night? Are you going to keep a locker at the gym that you pay for where you can keep several sets of the workout gear you need at the gym so you won't have to think so much about getting your bag ready every day? If you're a person that's going to put all your workout gear in a bag, are you going to keep your bag in the car? Are you going to bring your bag into the house each evening and change your gear out? Now, some people may say, that's probably not a good idea for me because what if I forget to put the bag in my car because I'm so busy getting myself ready in the morning and the kids and making sure everybody's got breakfast. I'm making sure this person has that and I've got my stuff. Now I've dropped off the kids and I realize I forgot my gym bag at home. The bag that I prepared last night. Here's what I've seen some people do. They'll keep their bag in the car. It's a way for them to make sure it's always there. So they may bring a clean set of clothes into the car and then take the dirty set of clothes out. That way, it forces them to always make sure that their workout gear is in the car because they know that 100% of the time, you're going to be going to the gym in this car. These are just some examples of how you can come up with a strategy that fits you so that you can actually get that thing done, so that you can actually do what you want to do. You can actually meet the goal. Make it where it's less stressful for you, where it requires a lot less effort to do. Put a strategy in place where it's almost like it's on autopilot. Even though you're having actions, you've incorporated them into a routine, which makes it less effort for doing it each day. Remember I said before, consider how you naturally function throughout each day. You broke it down into small steps. You can use this same strategy for all kinds of things that you want to do, life changes that you want to make. Even if you want to change your situation, it's going to require that you come up with a strategy made up of small steps that you can take, because every little step is still in the direction of where you want to go. Let me know down in the comments if this information was helpful to you today in being able to meet some goals, accomplish things, or just get things done. I also hope that if you feel like you got something from this video, that you will hit that like button and also subscribe. Be sure to hit that notification bell. That way you'll be alerted to when I post new videos. Thank you for being here. Bye. You know yourself, and you know that when you try to reach goals in the